He's not giving up. Not will take the 74th running of the Manitoba Derby. 16th of a mile to go. Manojera is going to give Henry Wynn Jr. his first Manitoba Derby. Running of the Manitoba Derby. Judo with the lead with the 16th of a mile to go. Judo taking the Harvey Warner Manitoba Mile. Yeah, baby, you just can't beat them at ASD.
The Manitoba Jockey Club acknowledges that we are on Treaty 1 territory, and the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Anisininew, Dakota, Lakota, and Dene peoples, and the national homeland of the Red River Métis. We pay our respects to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this land.
And welcome everybody to ASD Live, brought to you by Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries. Day 2 on the racing calendar. Quick look back at yesterday's racing action. Who was hot? Well, trainer Steve Keplin Jr. was. He sent 2 to the racetrack, and both of them hit the winner's circle. Sven Balrup, he was aboard both of those horses. And Antonio Whitehall, also with a good day with 2 wins. On one of them, on a really nice 3-year-old Classico, who came by way of Santa Anita, and that is the Derby horse out of the Mike Nault barn. One for absolute fun. Stretch, what did you see on the racetrack besides a lot of favorites?
Yeah, so 3 of 6 favorites officially won
Yep.
On that, but the other 3 were between $4 and $7. So all second choices were there. It kind of happens because it's 5 furlongs. You're unfortunately eliminating some horses that just are trying to get a tightener. 5 furlongs is not that distance, and it's kind of happens that way.
And it was shorter fields, too.
And it was shorter fields, for sure. Did have some nice long shots run second. It certainly made it pay in there.
Casually Classy being one of them at 25 to 1.
Absolutely. I decided, you know what we should do is it's time for math class.
Okay, let's go. We got extra time.
We got extra time. So I came upon Equibase, which I always check there. And they actually, if you look under the results, you can find this GPS which is available. So any tracks that have the chiclets on it, I would expect they would have the same thing. Some tracks post it right after the race and the different distances. So Kirt, question for you. I don't know if you ever paid attention in math class, or you just kind of.
Oh no, I don't listen to you that much.
No, well, but you're pretty good at math as it is anyway. So here's the hint I'm going to give you. The horse that ran the longest race on the 5 furlongs ran 3,345 feet.
All right.
It was a horse that you selected.
Okay, I selected it. Well, it didn't
win.
I had 3 winners.
Damn the torpedoes.
Oh, damn the torpedoes.
And so my anticipation, that race ran 33:14. So 31 feet, you can call a horse 8 to 9 feet long. So, and the horse lost by 3 lengths. I know a lot of math.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
So if you do that, if they ran the same exact distance, your top selection would have actually won.
Wow.
Now, I realize obviously race shape and post position and everything, but I found that interesting because we talked about that ride by my anticipation with
Yeah.
Antonio, how good it was, and it kind of showed. He put the horse in the right spot. It just happened. It got a little bit of luck saving some ground.
Yeah,
but,
he definitely did.
Yeah, but then you go from there. This horse, the same trip, ends up winning. So I would start using that. It's real good handicapping because you can take a look that there was a couple horses that actually ran farther and won the race, and a couple that ran less than others and won. So some are upgrade the win and downgrade the win. So I just thought, we watch replays, but
And we say they're in the parking lot. Now we have get it to back up by how far they actually went in the race.
Exactly right. And so it's kind of the eye test. Sometimes you get bias on you have a selection. Oh, this horse ran really wide. Well, maybe the winner of the race did too. So obviously good watching the replays, but that's just another kind of angle to check. Fun thing that I found on Equibase going from there.
I'll have to look tomorrow morning because I didn't even know it was there.
There you go. 4 of 6, by the way, just on who won yesterday. 4 of 6 had raced. One had a 3-month layoff, and the one winter racing actually got moved up on that to finish off the 6. How about this? Interesting tonight. I'm done with math class, by the way.
Okay.
It's done.
All right.
Interesting for tonight. Out of all the horses, only 11 are locals that ran here last year, and the rest are new. So I thought yesterday's card was a little tricky. Watch out today.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I've had a lot of horses that I've double went back to, then away from, and we're going to see how it does play out in the end. Let's kick things off with a $5,000 claimer with filly and mares 3 and up that are on 2 lifers. They're going to go 5 furlong stretch. Who do you like in the opener?
All right, here we go. Perfect example. Only one had raced here last year and at ASD, and the rest are coming from elsewhere. One has only started this year. I'm going to go to the 5 as my top selection. We know Woodbine is always a hit and miss, but that's what it's going to be like all today on which are the different tracks.
And there's 3 of them in here from Woodbine.
So 3 of 6, I have 50% chance to say
Yeah,
on Woodbine.
definitely.
But the best one that I liked, I like the 5 because I like the steady works coming in, can sit close and can pass horses. I actually don't think this horse needs a top effort to win it because there are enough solid races in here that the horse certainly can get there. That's why I went with the 5.
Yeah, it's been running well each and every time. A lot of these horses were stuck in the maiden and the non-2 for quite a long time. This horse won it first asking. Definitely, if it's ready, a big shot in here. I went for a long shot. That's number 3, Hyper Holiday. This horse used to run at Assiniboia Downs. 5 starts, 3 second-place finishes, all at the allowance level. But Hyper Holiday won its last start last year and comes in with some really nice workouts. I really like that 48-3 on April the 22nd. And look at the distance. 4 starts, 3 seconds, and a third. You get the apprentice, Rashawn Brewster, who comes by way of Barbados. I think this one can stalk some speed. I think 1, 2, and 5 all offer speed to the race. Hyper Holiday, don't expect the speed to be there, but I think the horse, if it's ready, can jump and get it done.
Yeah, that's fair, and that's the type of race, all kind of wide open. I went to the 4, a Hastings Park horse. Only a couple ran yesterday, so I'm not even judging anything there. It's too early. I like the 5 furlong works, and if you look at some of the 6 furlong races, this horse is kind of always in the mix. So I thought, give this horse a shot. It's just, again, taking to the track, but I always like looking for the 5 furlong works.
Yeah, and I ended up going to number 2, Blue Tango. Tom Gardapi Jr. had a horse ready in the first race, Golden Buck, that lost by a lip at the wire. The only reason I like Blue Tango today, this is probably the only time I'm going to pick it. This horse loves 5 furlongs. 5.5 is just a little too far, and 6 furlongs, way too far for the horse. Brings speed to the race. Maybe if the other ones just don't take to the racetrack, Blue Tango could go out there, last a long time. Another big long shot here in race 1.
Yeah, and for third, I had to add the 6. The horse is currently running, cuts back from a mile. We saw that the Fawner Park, have seen some run poorly there and then come here and run big races.
That was Rocket's Red Flare, was running good at Sam Houston, didn't run good at Fawner, and ran a big race yesterday running second.
Exactly right, and that's kind of the angle I'm going for there. And so it is that wide open. I'll go 5, 4, 6.
And I'm giving you 3, 2, and 5. Now we're going to carry on to race number 2, an allowance optional $22,500 claimer for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs. We're going to kick off jackpot pick 5 wagering with a carryover of just over $6,600. Stretch, what about here?
Yeah, solid field of girls in here. Certainly some are going to end up in stake races. Some usually run in stake races. It's kind of tricky. I'm going to take a shot on the 2. I know the horse hasn't run since September, but she just got good last year and kept getting better. The workouts are as fast as I've seen, especially with Jared Brown, and it even has breezing. So if that's accurate on the breezing, wow, what can the horse do? I realize it's up against it on a couple ones. I think if she runs close to those efforts, she's certainly right there. She's always in the allowance or stake races. Had to take a shot with her.
She is such an honest horse. I went to number 3, Emirates Affair. Well, Steve Kepplin Jr. is saddled too, both to the winner's circle, so why not try and go for 3 in a row? 2 outs ago, this horse ran an absolute gem. Went out of the gate unhurried, engaged the leader, and then put them all away at the head of the lane and drew off to win by 4. Last time out, that was a really tough race. I know it was an allowance race, optional 30,000, but they were all allowance horses in there. And allowance horses at Oaklawn Park, they're just under the stakes, the graded grade 3s, and they can even go into them. So I'm thinking that was so insanely tough. This is actually a drop in class here. And the way Steve's horses ran last night, I think Emirates Affair will be a low price, but a big shot with speed.
Oh, big shot for sure. 13 lifetime wins, and you look at some of those races, the Delmar and Santa Anita races. I'm with you. Taking a bit of a chance, maybe a bit of. I just like the 2 as a favorite. You know how I follow that.
We got that money at Century Mile.
Yes.
We got 701.
Absolutely. So maybe I can take a chance a little bit. I went to the 4 as my third choice. I thought it's all about race shape. She's not going to be on the lead. We talked about some others showing speed. Maybe the 2 goes with the 3. It just depends on how it goes from there. And if those 2, if a few of them battle it out, the 5, like you said, it's going to show some speed.
Definitely
Maybe
will.
this one can pick up the pieces for at least a minor placing, as easy as 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and I ended up using number 5, Midshipman's Lady. Loves the Assiniboia Downs, 3 for 4 in the money with the win in a couple seconds. Second in a stake race, and won that last race ran second against the boys in that last race. Ran absolutely huge. That last race at Fawner Park, suicide fractions early. Didn't stick around, was wrapped up on after that when it had no chance. But another horse that I think Sam Houston to Fawner, not many of them are taking to that surface. So I expect a much better effort today. And if Midshipman's Lady can get out there, she might get loose. So I'm going to give you 3, 5, and 2. Now we're going to carry on to race number 3, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering for a maiden race for 3-year-olds at the allowance level. Again, going the 5 furlong stretch. Biggest favorite of the day?
Hands down, that's actually right. I wrote on my. Well, you always read my notes.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, yeah, hands down. If you can get 3 to 5, that's a fair morning line that you have. But if you can get 3 to 5, run to the wickets, bet it. This horse towers. This horse, the Oaklawn Park yesterday. This horse, I've over 10 points better than the one that crushed yesterday. Maybe this field's a little bit tougher, but I think this horse wins by 5. Kind of Derby trail horse, obviously.
Definitely is.
That's all I got.
Yeah, this one also has good speed. 2 outs ago, if you look at that 50,000 claimer, ran second in there. Unauthorized, the winner was a maiden allowance dropper that had been running 3rd and 4th in its previous start. So it was knocking on the door for a maiden allowance win, which isn't easy to win at Oaklawn Park. Took the drop, got the win. This horse ran a very game second. Definitely the one to beat. Number 5, Frosted Mug. I think this horse is going to run a really good race in here. 2 outs ago, ran a good second place effort. Only lose by 3/4 of a length and was sitting there stalking and ended up with extra horse right at the end, but just couldn't catch the horse that got loose. The last time out was caught behind horses on the turn. There was a speed ball that was just dying through the pack on the rail, got stuck behind it, finally got out, and ended up getting beat by 5 1/4 in the end. And that was older horses, now back against straight 3-year-olds, winter conditioning. I think this one fills the exacta.
Absolutely. Stretch is exactor of the day. The yeah.
Okay,
you got,
so don't bet it's $3.
Fair enough. But anyway, at least I could say I had the exactor. Anyway, so I'm with you. All valid points. Let's talk about the two. Has the racing experience, some decent races at Tampa. Is at the lower level, but has had the racing. Does like to pass horses. I think this is a perfect type of horse. It's going to eventually win the main. This is as tough as it gets with a couple of them in here. But grab that third. Maybe if the 5 doesn't fire, can grab second. So I've got it 3, 5, and 2.
And the first-time starter, keep it in the family. The one easy effort. The dad had 1 win, $65,000 in earnings. Was a speedball. The mom had 14 wins from 5.5 furlongs to a mile. Had 2 sprint wins out of those 14 wins. Predominantly 1 at a mile. Does have 1 full sibling and is unstarted, so we don't get much out of that. Eugene Burns did have a win and had a first-time starter yesterday, run a very game 4th. That Stretch will probably be picking next time. He was very excited about the gallop out on that one. Might want to throw that in, but I'm also 3, 5, and 2. Now we're going to carry on to race number 4, a $5,500 claimer for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. They're again going the 5 furlong distance. Kicking off the late prime pick 3. Stretch, what about this race?
Well, one of these tougher races on the card for sure. I'm gonna go to the horse that we just know that can win fresh, and that's the one. She won big last time, first at this level, first out. She actually won 3 starts to start the meet, and then maybe tailed off. The other key is Michael Nault's now back training with her, and obviously he knows. You can just see the success he had with that horse. So I'm going with back in the barn, feeling good. Same kind of trends.
Yeah, but you didn't have much luck with the 1 hole yesterday.
No, I didn't. I know. It's funny you say that.
So you got to watch a little bit.
Yes, you're right.
I ended up going to number 5, Let Freedom Bling. Jerry Gorno does have 3 horses in here, the 4, 5, and 6. What I like about this horse, 4 wins at the distance and has run the distance 25 times. Last time out, 7th beaten 17 in the mud. I'm throwing that one out because the only other time it ran in the mud, 6th beaten 14 after flashing a little bit of speed. If you do cross those ones out, there's a couple really nice 3rd place finishes going 4 furlongs, and this one likes 5 furlongs a little more. So I think Roger Hewitt might be able to sit close and take a run at those leaders.
Yeah, very, very valid points there. I went to the 4 as a bit of a price horse, and you're going to see a bunch of price horses the rest of the card because I think it's that tough of these last 3. The Delta Downs races are the key for this one. Puts her in the mix, solid favor. I know the distance may hurt a little bit, but I think at 10 to 1, it's going to help you get. We've seen the long shots finish in the top 2 or 3, and that's what I'm kind of looking for. One of these show up there. So just did want to leave this one out at a price and just enough good things in her form.
And the 2, Legata Salvaje, comes by way of Tampa. Had a really good race 4 outs ago. In the non-winners at 2 in the last 6 months. Have grabbing the lead and then losing it, but 2nd beaten a length. Nothing wrong with that effort. And then if you go back to the most recent effort in late April, that was actually a really good race. Got beat by 9 in it at 46 to 1. But this horse made a good run and just wasn't good enough in there. But I think needed that start after being off since February. Got that tightener. Will be much better. Has that winter racing where 4 out of the 6 do. Always an advantage. So I think this one's also a play. I'm giving you 5, 2, and 1. Now we're going to carry on to race number 5, an allowance optional 12-5 claimer for the boys 3 and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs, our first of 2 classic high 5 races. Stretch, this is a little wide open.
It is wide open, and somehow we ended up on the same selection.
Are you going to take Keplin? Which one?
Yeah.
Because he has 3.
He does have 3. It's a another good optional claimer. I know we've only got 6 today, but there's some really, really good races in here. These allowance fields and very competitive. I think most of the horses in here can win with the right trip. So I know we've got some similar horses, and if the 7 doesn't win, I think it's certainly others. It's no surprise if many of the other ones.
Not at all.
I did go back and forth, and the end up, we'll find out why Kirt likes this horse. That went with the 7 because I determined this is the controlling speed. The horse is on the outside. I don't think there's any comparable inside speed, so I think this horse can clear quickly, get no real gate trouble. As Kirt mentioned, the 1 hole, now I'm going to the outside. So if it doesn't work out there, let's try something different. I think this horse is a specialist at the distance. If they were going 6 furlongs, it would not be my top selection. And so just because the class edge, but the speed might kind of helps it out. So we'll see how far this horse can go.
Yeah, and that's what I think too. Neville Stevenson, he likes his horses to go forward, so I expect him to go quite hard. He was pinched back in that February 25th race in between horses, put behind him, went to the rail and re-rallied. I really like that horses fight back, and this one showed it. Last time out was in an absolute cutthroat 3-horse duel and wanted no part of it in the end, beating double digits. If this horse could shake loose, I definitely think it can go a long way. And number 6, Chief Brady. Here's a really honest horse. 5 for 5 in the money. Absolutely destroyed him last time out with the greatest of ease by 5. But what I like is the versatility on Chief Brady. Doesn't need the lead, can sit just off of it. And in here, there's other horses that could sacrifice to go out there. So Chief Brady, sitting just off of it, I think big shot out of the Gorno barn.
Agree. I should have had them in, but Beth only lets me put 3 selections up there.
Yeah, you can't hit the all button on there?
She's a stickler for rules. I'll go with the 2. Many good races on the form for the 2. It's one of those good enough to win, might be too far back is a little bit of the concern, but maybe if the speed backs up, maybe this horse can get a higher placing. I am searching a little bit on this. I just like that Oaklawn Park angle. You can never go wrong with those ones. Had to use that one. We've both got the 4. This horse can show speed or at least sit close. Could get the jump on the closers. So I think this horse is another one with the right trip with the higher placing. I will, just before you talk more about the 4, I'll just mention about the 3 Paddock Show. Good beer story about the name and everything. So, but we'll have to wait for the Paddock Show.
Okay, no problem. And Taillights, what a great win last time out. Just got up to win by a head. The previous start, it was a hot pace. Didn't want that at all. Pressured every step of the way. You seen that one time it did go wire to wire. But that was just too tough a race to do it. That off-the-pace running style is so much better. And I'm going to give you 7, 6, and 4. Now we're going to carry on to race number 6, a $5,500 claimer for the boys 3 and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs. Again, classic high 5 wagering. Number 5, Ship Boss. Make the jockey Ronaldo Cumberbatch stretch. What about here?
I've got another tough race. I think I've said this 3 times.
Yeah,
at least 3 times.
And I agree with you, though.
Yeah, so it's not an easy card at all for me. You're gonna see my different bets. I changed it up. This is a good example. A good example of you've got to adjust. If you always bet exactors, you might get the card that you've got to play something else. And so that just kind of adjust, and you'll see how the night goes and see if I have any stretch change alerts along the way.
Or have any money left.
Or have any money left for the last race. Well, I've already started my show parlay yesterday,
yeah,
so it's very exciting. There, let's go to the 6s. Coming off a 3-month break. Very good races back there. I think this horse can sit close. It can even go to the lead. I don't think it'll be on the lead, but the one race it did get there and got the lead. So we know the horse can sit close. I do need at least $9. The morning line price is 7 to 2. I do need that price to get it. Again, it's that tough of a race. I wouldn't go any lower than that. Might even be my show parlay to complete the day because I know I'll be still alive.
Yeah, see, I was looking at this horse, but only one workout since January 30th. No workout here at Assiniboia Downs. So that is a few question marks for me. So I could not put it on top. I ended up going to number 8, Valley Victory. This horse ran huge last year over at Woodbine. Had a really nice win to end off the card as the favorite. Drew off to win with the greatest of ease. This one has tactical speed. And look at the workout on April the 14th. 35 flat. We seen that work on Casually Classy. I think it was 35-2 or 35-3 in Casually Classy. Ran lights out at 25-1. Valley Victory. I have not seen the Woodbine horses work that kind of fast. And this one did. I think it might just take to the racetrack. Carl does well with these horses. Unfortunately, last year he had seconditis with them. Maybe he'll crack with this one.
Yeah, no, completely. A lot of good points there. It is in my pick 4, and I don't even have all in the race. So let's go to the 7. It's interesting. You have this one, too. I thought I was searching for some value. You always search for some value.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. And so 12-1 morning line, this horse can show speed. Yes, I know this horse shows speed going a mile, and maybe this horse is a bit of a prep. But I still think this horse has enough speed. You see horses that always have that one in front. That means they've got to get the lead, and that might be the case in here. Maybe it battles up front because this horse usually goes a longer distance. Maybe just can have that staying power to hang around at the end. So I just didn't want to leave out a type of that horse, especially at that price.
Yeah, I'm with you. And these Hastings Park horses, they have been training over in BC, and BC's winters, not like Winnipeg's. You can train, you don't miss many days. They might get about 5 or 6 snowflakes every now and then. They don't get -30. They might get -3. So this one hasn't run 5 furlongs. So I think that is the key. Battled in its first start of the year last year, every step of the way, only lose to a repeat winner. So I think this horse will love the 5 furlongs and get a big piece of things in the end.
For sure, and I used the 1 as my third shot. Again, the dreaded 1. Oh, when will I learn? We're going to find out. This will be my last ones if I've got a few more starts.
Come on.
You're right. Who am I kidding? If this horse can get out, it might be the best trip of the bunch. It won't be on the lead, but does pass horses, get that rail trip. Shortest path to the winner's circle is along the rail, so if he gets that dream trip, maybe it opens up, maybe sneaks in there, or at least a top 3 finish. So I am going to go 6-7-1 in a wide open one.
And I threw in number 5, Ship Boss, just because that win last time was absolutely stellar. This horse almost broke the track record in that start. Yes, it was only going 4 furlongs. At 5 furlongs, no wins, which is kind of surprising. I had to look up all the wins on this horse. They were either at 4 furlongs or 6 furlongs, but none at 5. I just can't explain that, but nice work coming in. 37, that was just a nice little maintenance work. But Ship Boss, if it does clear, could go a long way. So I'm going to give you 8, 7, and 5. Good luck with all your selections this evening, and I'll be right back with the changes on this evening's Carter Racing. And if everybody can get their pens and programs ready, here are your changes on this evening's 6-race Carter Racing. Turning your programs to race number 1. Number 5, Not So Swift. The ownership should read Jeff Goy and Neil Vandorp. Now turning your programs to race number 2, kicking off Jackpot Pick 5 Wagering. the Mike Jones Stakes. There's only one overweight, and the carryover for tonight's jackpot pick 5, just over $6,604. Now turning your programs to race number 3, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering, just the lone overweight. Now turning your programs to race number 4, kicking off late prime pick 3, again, just a couple overweights. Now turning your programs to race number 5, our VIP Fan of the Night race. There are no changes. Now turning your programs to race number 6, number 5, Ship Boss. Make the jockey Ronaldo Cumberbatch 1 pound over at 123. Well, an absolute gorgeous evening for racing here in Winnipeg. Wow, I wish I could poop money.
Yeah, I guess that's what you're doing. Or
Wow, wouldn't that be? I'm pooping hundreds. I wouldn't mind doing
Excellent.
that. Hey,
Sure, I can
make me a bird for the day, a seagull, and yeah, I'll make sure I stay in my yard. And
No, I'm going to use the hundreds. I'll take it. I'm going to
Oh,
just how it's going. I might.
it looks
need
like you already took a couple. Under mainly sunny skies, the temperature 24 degrees Celsius or 75 Fahrenheit. Light wind out of the southeast at 22 kilometers an hour or 14 miles an hour. And the track is listed as fast. Fast racetrack for this evening. 6 race car to racing. And we're going to kick it off right here in race number 1 that goes to post in 17 minutes. Sure to enter tonight's VIP Fan of the Night and the $10,000 Lucky Long Shot draws. One ballot will get you in for both of the draws, and the ballots are available in the lobby. Our VIP Fan of the Night wins great prizes, exclusive behind-the-scenes access, and a chance to watch a race from the winner's circle. And here's the big one. The person drawn for the $10,000 Lucky Long Shot gets to spin the Lucky Long Shot wheel for a chance to win up to $10,000 cash if the horse with the highest odds wins the last race. And if you're new to racing, make sure you stop by and see Shannon, Roger, and Brad at the Fan Education Center, located on the main floor. It's also the place to open a free HPIBet.com account so you can bet the races right from your phone. Even better, if you open a new account and wager 100, you're going to get 100 in bonus money. Have a great evening of racing. down the paddock for race number 1. We're going to kick off the Wednesday night card with a $5,000 claimer for fillies, mares 3 and up that are non-2 lifers. They're going to go 5 furlongs. First leg of the early prime pick 3 stretch. Who do you like in the first?
Well, we've got a bunch of these type races.
Looks like we're all over the map.
We are
here.
all over the map. Okay.
And we don't have the one who's the second favorite.
Yeah,
What's going
exactly.
on there?
Who knows? All right, Julie's ready to go today again. She put up with us yesterday. She's back with us again.
I don't know why.
Yeah, that's fair. Here we go. Lots of things to like about the 5. I don't, other than the price. I really don't like the price, especially in this wide open of a field. But I just thought this horse was kind of improving. Is claiming that last race. I know it was at Woodbine last year. Showed some nice speed and can stalk. It can pass horses. So it's just one of those. I don't think there's enough class in there that I think this horse doesn't need the top effort. And so one thing we didn't mention yesterday, and it talks about the equipment. And so
yeah, like Classico, for example, wore blinkers out in California. They took the blinkers off. So that got passes and ran an absolutely huge race. And to just add on to that, your first start here at Assiniboia Downs, you do not have to say blinkers off. You can run in any equipment you want first time. After that, if you change the blinkers, it's got to be in the program and form.
Good information. Yes, I should have mentioned that. So here's a good example. Is the 5 that's currently not wearing any blinkers and has worn blinkers the previous start. So,
but they might be just walking her around. We might be hanging on the stall right now.
It could be.
Because some horses, they don't put it on till
okay,
late.
so we'll watch. We'll try to watch late. At least watch that in the post parade because they will put it on there. But anyway, I think this horse can get the right trip, sit close, take over. Not at 3 to 5 though.
Yeah, another horse I like is number 3, Hyper Holiday. Took a long time to break that maiden, 23 tries, but did it in convincing fashion by 5 lengths. One of the other things I like about it, has started here at the Downs 5 times, had 3 third-place finishes. Look at the workout pattern. 3 furlongs, couple half miles, and then another 3 furlong. All of them are stronger works, quicker works, and the standout work is 48-3 on April the 22nd. Don't expect this horse to be on the lead. It'll be a late closer, but if 1, 2, and 5 want to go battle it out early, that could set up for Hyper Holiday.
Yep, fair call. I've got the 4, 10-1, the opposite of the favorite there. This horse is coming from Hastings. We'll see how they do. There's been a couple of them. We've got a few on the card today, so we'll just kind of get a guide where they're at. I really like the steady works coming in. I always like the 5 furlong works, and that's what we've got the last couple. Might just run that even effort and take over from there. That one does have the blinkers just like it did last time.
Yeah, I like horses that work the distance that they are going. Also look at number 2, Blue Tango. Blue Tango, this is a horse that only goes to the front end. This 5 furlongs is the perfect distance. Has a second and a third in 4 tries. And in 3 tries here at the Downs, go to the front far as you can. Ran second last year, first time out.
Yeah, and my third selection is the 6, currently the longest shot on the board. I don't think it should be. This horse has been running already, the only one with the starts. Cuts back from a mile. Couple races at Sam Houston. Race 1 at Sam Houston. Maybe didn't like the Fauner Park races. We've seen that. We're going to see how that goes at 15-1. Oh, look at that. Stretch talks, they bet. No, not at all.
And number 1, just like that, another invader coming from Woodbine, offers big speed, going around 2 turns, 7 furlongs. And even going 6 furlongs, this horse was running for maiden allowance early on. The workout pattern, all of them are strong, quick works. Draws the inside. That's the only thing I'm not liking in here. And with the other speed, might get caught up in it. But definitely, coming from Woodbine, you got to respect it. But let's go to our wagers here in race number 1 stretch. Who do you have?
Toned it down. Only 2 bets to kick it off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because you lost all your money yesterday.
That's old news. $3 pick 3 wheel. 4, 5, 6 with 2, 3, 4 with the 3. And then I'm going to box my choices.
Yeah, I'm going after it too. I'm hitting the all button in here. And then I'm going keying the 3 for $18. And it's Show Parlay Wednesday stretch. Who do you have?
Well, I won my first bet yesterday to build it up.
Oh, there you go.
45 show on 5.
Wow, look at you go. And I'm going 20 to show on the 3. Good luck with all your wagers here in race number 1. And we'll see you back for race 2. Kicking off Jackpot Pick 5 wagering. The horses are on the track for race number 1. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $10,100. Number 1 is Just Like That, owned by Hardball Stable, trained by Stephen Gaskin with Tyrone Nelson. Number 2 is Blue Tango, owned by Black Diamond Stable, trained by Tom Gardapi Jr., Sierra Pruitt aboard. Number 3 is Hyper Holiday, owned by J&K Stable, trained by Devin Gittins with Rashawn Brewster. Number 4, that's Stilettos Only, owned and trained by Dimitri Tupasis, and jockey Siobhan Townsend. Number 5 is Not So Swift, owned by Neil Van Dorp and Jeff Goy, trained by Tiffany Husbands with Demario Bino. Rounding out the field is number 6, Short Speech, owned by Henry Wood Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Javanil Patterson. Prime Pick 3 kicking off here in race number 1. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
All right, here we go. The girls all looking for their second lifetime win, going 5 furlongs. Very competitive field. My top selection is the 5. Don't like the price at all at 3 to 5. I think there's better value. even though I do think the 5 is your most likely winner, can sit close. Did take the blinkers off as confirmation, not wearing them today, so we'll see the running style. Others to take a look at is the 4 horse coming from Hastings Park. There's your value at 11-1, has the 5 furlong work ready to go. And the other one on the outside, another long shot at 11-1, racing at Fawner, not very well, but at Sam Houston ran well. Runs that race, certainly can be there. Good race at 5, 4, and 6. Kirt?
Well, Stretch, I'm a little bit off of your picks. I went to number 3, Hyper Holiday. Hyper Holiday took a long time to break the maiden, but did it easily. By 5 lengths in its last start. At the distance, the horse has been in the money 4 times out of 4 with 3 seconds and a 3rd place finish, and used to run here at the Downs. Expected to be a late closer. Number 2, Blue Tango. This horse just offers speed, speed, speed. It's going to go as far as it can. Does get the bug. Sierra Pruitt aboard. So it ran 2nd in its first outing, and I do like number 5, Not So Swift. Don't like that price at 4-5, but I'm going to give you 3, 2, and 5. Good luck here in race number 1.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD.
Stilettos Only will be the first one to go into the starting gate. Next up on the inside, just like that. Walks up and in. Here comes Blue Tango. Hyper Holiday goes right in. Just 2 left to load. Not So Swift. The current 4-5 favorite will get a little extra help from the gate crew. Not So Swift is almost in. And is now in. Just waiting on Short Speech to the outside. The field is set. They're at the post. And they're off. From the inside, Blue Tango, showing her early speed, matched on the outside by Short Speech. On the rail, just like that, is going to stalk the 2 early leaders. Another length back, Stilettos Only with Not So Swift, and the trailer will be Hyper Holiday, who's only 5 lengths off of it. It's Short Speech and Blue Tango through an opening quarter in 23 4. On the outside, that's Stilettos Only and Not So Swift. Getting off the rail just like that. The trailer Hyper Holiday. They hit the head of the lane. 5 across the track. The short lead for Short Speech. In between horses, that's just like that to the far outside. Here comes Stilettos Only to the far outside, Not So Swift. Stilettos Only, Not So Swift. Short Speech on the inside, but Stilettos Only is gonna get it. the longest shot on the board. The stewards have requested a photograph to determine the winning horse. They went the opening quarter 23-4. The half 49 seconds. Time for the 5 furlongs, 102. The stewards have posted number 4, Stilettos Only. The second longest shot on the board. As your race winner, a photograph is for the place and show positions. Results of the photo show number 5, Not So Swift, finishing second. Third goes to number 6, Short Speech. And fourth to number 3, Hyper Holiday. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race number 1, that's number 4, Stilettos Only. Stilettos Only is a bay mare, 6 years old, by Daddy Longlegs, out of the mare Mountain Echo by Tempered Appeal. Owned and trained by Dimitri Tapoussis. Time for the 5 furlongs, 102. And congratulations to our winning rider, Siobhan Townsend. Congratulations, Dimitri Tapoussis, for his first win here at Assiniboia Downs. Race 1 is official in the upcoming second race. Jackpot Pick 5 wagering with a carryover of just over $6,600. The Mike Jones Stakes. There are no changes. We'll carry on with the rest of the changes in this evening's Pick 5. There's no changes in race 3, 4, or 5. Turning your programs to race number 6. Number 5, Ship Boss. Make the jockey Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Jackpot Pick 5 wagering for the Mike Jones Stakes. They'll go to post in 15 minutes. Assiniboia Downs 50-50 draw returns for each and every race night. Tonight's jackpot is currently $270 and growing. Tickets are 1 for $10, 10 for $20, 50 for $50, or $200 for $100. You can get those tickets at Guest Services, the VLT Cashier's Cage, from the designated roaming 50/50 ticket seller, or you can just go online at 5050.asdowns.com. The draw will take place at 10 p.m. tonight, and proceeds do benefit Final Furlong and the Winners Foundation. And please take note that you do not need to be in attendance to win. Just check our website at asdowns.com for the winning number. And welcome back down the paddock for race open up. They're going to go 5 furlongs, kicking up kicking off jackpot pick 5 wagering. That carryover $6,604 and already up to almost 20. Quick look back at race number 1. What a finish to the wire, and stilettos only. Our first long shot. I thought it was the longest shot on the board, and then, of course, I was wrong. It was the second longest shot. Great ride by Siobhan Townsend.
It was a great ride, and we talked about that 5 furlong work, and that's what seemed to be the difference at the end. The horse was in kind of already race shape, and just that little extra was the difference. So good race to kick off the night. And let's go with my top selection, the 2, coming off a layoff, and has some solid works, including a 5 furlong work. This horse she just wins races, and so she's won all over. That race against Burrow Down last year was unbelievable. Ran too good to lose, actually, in that one.
It was just a little too far for her.
For sure. And this one, she doesn't need the lead. She can sit just off. She's run well off the layoff. Just if she can handle this level to move up, I guess you could say, because horses, many of them already raced.
Yeah, those 2 half miles and 47 workouts, those are standouts here. I went to number 3, Emirates Affair, Steve Kaplan Jr., Sven Balrup. They teamed up for 2 wins yesterday, and that was the only 2 that Steve Kaplan Jr. did saddle 2 outs ago at Keeneland. This horse was unhurried out of the gate, caught up to the leader, battled to the head of the lane, and then easily drew off by 4. Last time out was just way too tough of a race. That was an allowance race where there was a bunch of solid allowance horses in there. Ended up only getting beat by 6 3/4 in the end. This horse has made over $430,000. I think has a big shot and will be forwardly placed.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a good top pick. I've got the 4 as kind of my sleeper in here. This horse won't be on the lead. It's going to probably sit just off. And if there's a battle between a few of them, which potentially could be 2, 3, and 5 going quick, that would set it up for a bit of a closer, just like the last race came off the pace. There was a battle, and you're getting 5 to 1. I think this is more of a second or third place finish, but the horse certainly has talent and likes to be in the mix all the time.
And number 5, Midshipman's Lady, was running well down at Sam Houston, was claimed back by the Jerry Gorno barn, lost it for a bit as it did go to the Robertino Diodoro barn, came right back, got the win in one of those kind of starter races with the Equibase numbers. Last time out was out at Fauner Park, was in a suicide duel early, ended up backing up, was wrapped up by the head of the lane. Yeah, got beat double digits. I'm throwing that race right out because Midshipman's Lady at the end of last year ran against the boys in a 3rd level allowance and almost won it. That was such a good race. This horse, I think, is ready to go, and it will be headed to the front.
Yeah, and we really should have the 1. She won 4 times last year, 12 lifetimes. She just wins races, finds a way, going short, going long. She's very talented. Again, off a layoff, that might be the slight hindrance on this, but no surprise if she didn't win.
Not whatsoever. All right, let's go to our wagers here in race number 2. Pick 5 time stretch.
Yeah.
Did you cover the board?
Well, kind of. Just 1 ticket.
Wow.
I like the sequence, and there's enough price horses in there. 2, 3, 4 with the 3, and then I have lots the rest of the way. There's certainly some prices in there. I think it's going to pay a lot more than it did yesterday. And then at the last box yesterday, the first paid very nice. Let's try another box, 2, 3, and 4 in this.
And myself, I took the 3 and 5, just the 3, and then I loaded up in the last 3 legs for $19.20. I'm still treading water lightly here. All right, show parlay. I had to run down to the car for car change, but as you said, it was a long winter. I got lots of change in there. Hopefully, I don't go through it all. So I'm going to go 20 to show on the 5 stretch. You're still alive?
Yep.
What do you got?
47 on the 3.
Good luck with all your wagers here in race number 2. We'll see you back for race 3, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering. The horses are on the track for race number 2, the Mike Jones Stakes. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $21,000. Number 1 is Mechanic Susie, owned by Tom Payne, Larry Falloon, and Elton Dickey, trained by Elton Dickey with Demario Bino. Number 2 is Welcome to Hollywood, owned by Jared Brown and John Gannis, trained by Jared Brown with Antonio Whitehall. Number 3 is Emirates Affair, owned by James Kaplan, trained by Steve Kaplan Jr. with Sven Ballrout. Number 4 is Olga, owned by Homer Thoroughbreds, trained by Jason Homer with Siobhan Townsend. Rounding out the field is number 5, Midshipman's Lady, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Dario Dalrymple. The Mike Jones Stakes kicking off jackpot pick 5 wagering. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
Battle's going 5 furlongs and an allowance optional claimer. Some very talented fillies and mares in here. Let's start with the 2 as my top selection. She just wins races. She was 6 of 8 last year, 3 wins. Just is so talented. Coming off a longer layoff from September, she can sit close. If she runs back to some of her layoff races, she certainly can be right there. The one she has to beat, I think, is the 3 coming from the Oaklawn Park. Very talented and tough racing there. If she can get her trip, she can win it. And a bit of the price horse is the 4. If they're all battling up front early, who's coming late? That's the 4. Olga from the back. Let's go 2, 3, and 4. Kirt.
Yeah, Stretch. I had to go to number 3, Emirates Affair, Steve Kaplan Jr., 2 for 2 yesterday. And this horse has won in California, Florida, and Kentucky. In its last 10 starts, Tactical Speed was in a race just too tough last time out. This is going to be a softer spot, and the way his horses are running, big chance in here. I also like number 5, Midshipman's Lady. Throw the last one out. It was an absolute cutthroat speed duel that she couldn't handle on the Fauner surface. Loves Assiniboia Downs, has done very well here. I think she's the one who's going to try and steal it. And to round it out, I am taking Welcome to Hollywood. Just a model of consistency. 6 for 8 in the money. 3 wins, 3 seconds last year. So I'm going to give you 3, 5, and 2. Good luck here in race number 2.
It's post time.
Mechanic Susie. She's the first one to go into the starting gate. Next up, Welcome to Hollywood. Emirates Affair, the 6-5 favorite from the middle, goes in. Just 2 left to load. Olga. And now just waiting on Midshipman's Lady to the outside. The field is set. They're at the post. Olga a little fractious in the gate. Settled. And they're off. From the far outside, Midshipman's Lady quickly goes out to grab the lead by 2 lengths. In between horses, that's Emirates Affair, the favorite. Going after it in second, 3 wide is Olga in third. Then it's Welcome to Hollywood. Back in fourth, and Mechanic Susie is the early trailer, but only 5 lengths off of it. The opening quarter, a quick 23-3. Midshipman's Lady with the lead by 3/4 of a length. Emirates Affair starting to look her in the eye, but getting out to the outside, trying to rally in between horses. Here comes Welcome to Hollywood, but Midshipman's Lady spins out of the turn and opens up the lead by 2. Emirates Affair trying to dig deep, a 1/16 of a mile to go, and Emirates Affair just powers on by and is going to win by 2. Midshipman's Lady in second. Third's going to go to Olga, and fourth to Mechanic Susie. The stewards of posted number 3, Emirates Affair, as your race winner. Second goes to number 5, Midshipman's Lady. Third to number 4, Olga. And fourth to number 1, Mechanic Susie. They went the opening quarter 23-3, the half 47-3. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 2/5. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner of the Mike Jones Stakes. That's number 3, Emirates Affair. Emirates Affair is a dark mare, brown mare, 8 years old, by Handsome Mike. Out of the mare, Emirates Girl, by Unbridled Song. Owned by James Kaplan, trained by Steve Kaplan Jr., and ridden to victory by Sven Balrup. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 2/5. Race 2 is official in the upcoming third race. Kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering. There are no changes. We will carry on with the rest of the changes in this evening's pick 4. There's no changes in race 4 or 5. Turning your programs to race number 6. Number 5, Ship Boss. Make the jockey Ronaldo Cumberbatch. $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering starts right here in race 3. They'll go to post in 14 minutes. And don't forget to explore the 140 VLTs in our Club West Gaming Lounge, located on the second level of the grandstand and open daily from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. And remember, we do have a $500 Crazy Hour cash draw that will take place at 11:30 p.m. each and every race night. And welcome back down to the paddock for race number 3. We have an allowance race for 3-year-old maidens. They're going to go 5 furlongs, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering. Quick look back at race number 2. Well, I thought Midshipman's Lady would try and steal it on the front, and definitely she did, but Emirates Affair was just too good in the end.
Absolutely, and you saw that the 3 horses that had been racing came 1, 2, and 3. The speed carried, and the 4 is a bit of a closer, so it was up against it. So that's kind of what was planned or figured just on what's been going on. So let's go kicking off the pick 4. Thanks yesterday, anybody that played it. Good support, well over 87,000 on a smaller card.
That's where we get to see the people, is when the pools light up.
Yeah, and so this is going to be a tough sequence. There's going to be a favorite in here, but the next 3 legs are tough. I think it's going to pay really well. My top selection is the 3, getting $3. I think that's the highest you're going to get. This horse is coming from Oaklawn. We just saw 1 win from the last race, so that's 3 have already won.
Couple yesterday, yeah.
The figures here are through the roof for a maiden race. I think this horse just can stalk and take over and just kind of inherit. The other Oakland Park horse yesterday, the filly, didn't have these figures and won by 8.
Yeah, this one's going to go right to the front. 2 outs ago, was in a $50,000 maiden claimer. The horse that won the race was a maiden allowance dropper that was running 3rds and 4ths, so it was knocking on the door. It did go off as even money favorite and won by 3 lengths, but they were 8 lengths clear of everybody else. Expected to go to the front and try and carry that speed. Number 5, Frosted Mug. What a good win, or good second place finish 2 outs ago. Only lost by 3/4 of a length as Halftime Show hung on for the win and came back to win. Last time out, tested older horses, went 7 furlongs, and as they were turning for home, got caught behind a speedball that was backing up through the field, had to check, then started to try and rally, but it was too little too late. They got away, only lost by 5 lengths, so I think Frosted Mug, well, it's your best bet exactor of the day.
It is, absolutely. I don't mind the 2. It's just unfortunate with the top 2 in here. Those 2, remember this horse kind of runs evenly, can pass some horses, shortens up. I think that's going to help and kind of pick up the pieces late to maybe complete your try. It's just would have to improve quite a bit to beat the 3, and maybe if the 5 doesn't fire higher, placing.
And number 1, keep it in the family. Eugene Burns sends this one out. He had a first-time starter that ran 4th yesterday. Easy effort, the dad. 1 win, $65K, a speedball. The mom, 14 wins, 2 of them sprinting, the rest going a mile. Has 1 full sibling that is unstarted. Does have a good work in 37-1 and has spent the winter in Tampa. And we've seen that is a good thing when it's training down south. So watch out for Keep It in the Family. And what about Sweet Independence? Also from Tampa, Sweet Independence hasn't really run much, beaten double digits in all 3 starts. Does have the winter racing, but is in a tough spot. And the 4 stretch.
Yeah, the 4, very nice races last year. Very competitive, up against it a little because some of them have run. This horse does have talent, will win the maiden eventually. Maybe not today, but it's one of those that certainly can grab a piece and be really watching how this horse runs.
All right, let's go to our wagers here in race number 3 stretch. Pick 4 time. Who do you got?
It is pick 4, 2 bets. Let's start with the pick 4.
I got 2 bets also.
We're very similar.
Hey, what's going on there?
Yeah. There's our pick 4, key in the 3, all in on that, and then a bunch going through. And then if you take a look at Stretch's $10 try wheel 3 with 5 with 2, 4, I pulled a Kirt betting at his try.
And a Kirt did a 3 with 5 with 1, 2. All right, show parlay. I'm back alive.
Yeah, I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to go on the favorite this time. I'm going to take a chance. 52 on the 5.
I'm going to try and stay alive at least for a couple races. I'm going to 30 on the 3. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 3. We'll see you back for race 4. horses are on the track for race number 3. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $21,500. Number 1 is Keep It in the Family, owned and trained by Eugene Burns, Matthew Bennett aboard. Number 2 is He's My Uncle, owned by Homer Thoroughbreds, trained by Jason Homer, with Siobhan Townsend. Number 3 is Prime Suspect, owned by Arneson Farms, Tom Payne, Staff Max Stable and Club 3D Stable, trained by Steve Kepplin Jr. with Antonio Whitehall. Number 4, Are You Not Entertained? Owned by Jared Brown and John Gannis, trained by Jared Brown with Neville Stevenson. Number 5 is Frosted Mug, owned by Jerry Lambert, trained by Jared Brown with Demario Bino. Rounding out the field is number 6, Sweet Independence, owned and trained by Chance Dales with Javanil Patterson. $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering kicks off here in race number 3. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
Boys going 5 furlongs, all looking for their first lifetime win. That's why it's called a maiden race. Let's start with the 3. Big favorite. Don't expect anything higher than that. This horse is sitting on a win, racing some top competition at Oaklawn Park. Any of those last few races make him a winner. Can stalk, can go to the lead, should take over and win going away. The 5 certainly can run. As a solid racehorse that has had some trouble in the past, just has to get the trip, should be closing late. If there's an upset, it might be that one. And the other one to look at 10-1, I think more for a 2nd or 3rd place. That's the 2. You know what you get, kind of evenly run horse. Let's go 3, 5, and 2. Kirt?
Yeah, Stretch, I'm with you on number 3, Prime Suspect. I expect to go straight to the front. Catch me if you can. Steve Kepplin Jr. looking to go 4 in a row. Frosted Mug. Big race 2 outs ago. Last time out, got in all kinds of trouble on the turn. Came a running down the lane, but got beat by 5. And there was older horses in there. Now goes back against straight 3-year-olds. And number 2, He's My Uncle. He's My Uncle has run some really good races at a route of ground. I don't expect it to be close to the early pace. It's going to be a late rallier. I'm also 3, 5, and 2. Good luck here in race number 3.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD. time.
Keep it in the family. The first-time starter leads the 3-year-olds into the starting gate. He's my uncle, set to move in. Next up, the 1 to 2 favorite. That's Prime Suspect. He's in. Are You Not Entertained is next. The first-time starter, keep it in the family. Fractious in the starting gate. Slight delay into the running of race number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, a late scratch to report in this third race. Scratch number 1, keep it in the family. Once again, a late scratch to report in this third race. Scratch number 1, keep it in the family. If you wagered on number 1, keep it in the family, there will be a complete refund. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have another scratch. Scratch number 2, he's my uncle. So 2 late scratches here in the third race. Scratch number 1, keep it in the family. And scratch number 2, he's my uncle. If you wagered on number 1, keep it in the family, or number 2, he's my uncle, there will be a complete refund. If you have daily doubles alive with number 3, Emirates of Fair, in race number 2 to number 1 or 2, there will be a consolation daily double. And for those of you who use the 1 and 2 in your pick 5s or pick 4s, you will get the favorite at post time. 2 late scratches here in the third race. Scratch number 1, keep it in the family. And scratch number 2, he's my uncle. Post time approximately 4 minutes away. The horses are now reloading. Front gates are open. For Are You Not Entertained? He'll be the first to go in. Next up, the 1 to 5 favorite, Prime Suspect. Walks right in. Just 2 left to load. Frosted Mug. And now just wait. Well, Frosted Mug steps back. Now goes right in. And now just waiting on Sweet Independence. They're all set. They're at the post. And they're off. From the inside, Prime Suspect quickly out to grab the early lead. Sweet Independence showing some speed on the outside and grabs a piece of the front end with Prime Suspect. A length and a half back. That's Frosted Mug, and Are You Entertained is going to be the early trailer. Only 4 lengths off of it. The opening quarter, 24-2. Prime Suspect with the lead by 3/4 of a length. Sweet Independence in the middle. Frosted Mug now coming with the run 3 wide. Are You Not Entertained, the trailer? They hit the head of the lane, and Prime Suspect now just starts drawing away with Antonio Whitehall aboard. Prime Suspect gonna win this one for fun by 6, 7. It's all Prime Suspect. Frosted Mug in second. Sweet Independence in third, and fourth to Are You Not Entertained? The Stewards are posted number 3, Prime Suspect as your race winner. Second goes to number 5, Frosted Mug. Third to number 6, Sweet Independence. And fourth to number 4, Are You Not Entertained? They went the opening quarter 24-2, the half 48-2. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 3/5. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race number 3. That's number 3, Prime Suspect. Prime Suspect is a dark bear brown gelding, 3 years old, by Medagliadoro, out of the mare Ocean Breeze by Curlin. Owned by Arneson Farms, Tom Payne, Staff Max Stable, and Club 3D Stable. Trained by Steve Kepplin Jr. and ridden to victory by Antonio Whitehall. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 3/5. Congratulations goes out to trainer Steve Kepplin Jr., who scores the double. Back-to-back wins for trainer Steve Kepplin Jr. Race 3 is official in the upcoming 4th race. Kicking off the late prime pick 3, there are no changes. Post time for race number 4, 15 minutes away. And ladies and gentlemen, we've drawn our VIP Fan of the Night. Congratulations goes out to Victoria O'Shawney. That's Victoria O'Shawney. Congratulations. You're our VIP Fan of the Night. You have 10 minutes to report to guest services on the main floor, South End. We've also drawn our lucky long shot winner, and congratulations goes out to Barb Kingerski. That's Barb Kingerski. Congratulations. You're our lucky long shot winner. You also have 10 minutes to report to guest services on the main floor, South End. And just a reminder to get your 50-50 tickets and help support a couple of great causes. The jackpot is currently at $600 and growing. 50-50 tickets can be purchased from guest services, the VLT cashier, also from the roaming sellers, or you could just go online at 5050.asdowns.com. The draw will take place at 10 p.m. tonight, and proceeds will support Final Furlong and the Winners Foundation. And take note that you do not need to be present to win. You could just check asdowns.com for the winning number. welcome back down paddock 4, race number 4. We have a $5,500 claimer for fillies and mares 3 and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs, kicking off the late pick 3. Quick look back at race number 3. Wild Stretch, Antonio Whitehall on prime suspect. That first quarter of a mile, he was just sitting there idling in 24. And then all of a sudden, Frosted Mug made the move. And he said bye-bye and easily opened up to win.
For sure, it was a paid workout there. But the five ran a very nice, handily second. I think that horse is going to...
Unfortunately, ran into a monster,
Yeah.
and this will be one of the Derby contenders.
For sure. Here we go. Kicking off, like you said, the prime pick 3, late one.
We got the early one.
$112.
And it paid good.
Yeah, all right. Julie's saying, let's talk about today's race.
Oh,
this race.
Yeah.
The one horse, load abroad. Look at that, nailing it. 3 wins last year, first 3 of the meet with the same trainer that's going on. This horse runs very well fresh, can sit on just off, wants to, if as much the best goes to the lead. I think this horse has the dreaded 1 hole, gets out of the gate all right, can stalk, take over, certainly has the ability to win another opening layoff race.
Oh, for sure. Won easy last year. I went to number 5, Let Freedom Bling. Has been running down in Fauner Park. Last time, terrible race, but look at the 2 muddy starts. Beaten by double digits in both of them, but the 2 4-furlong races before that, a couple of really nice third-place finishes. The 5 furlongs will only help this horse, will be forwardly placed. I think a lot of things to like about Let Freedom Bling, especially the odds, 6-1.
And such a good point on the muddy. You got to see that the horse was running at the right level and was struggling at that level. I've got the 4 as my kind of sleeper here, coming from Delta Fauner as well. Same angle. Doesn't like Fauner, but does run at Delta down. Can really get in the mix. My figures are pretty good. I think this horse could complete your exactor.
Number 2, La Gata Salvaje. This horse ran a big race at Tampa 4 outs ago on February 1st. Had the lead, got caught, ran a good second. Even the last race was a really good one. That was a good rally, but they were just much the best in there. I think this horse fits really well in this condition. Currently 5-1.
And the 3, sharp move by Devin in here. Unable to, you can't claim this horse is in for 55. Ran against some tougher competition. Is the current favorite. Certainly makes sense. Is off a layoff, so that's going to beat some of the horses that have run already.
And number 6, Anna's Dream, the 3rd one of Jerry Gorno's. He is the 4 and the 5 also. Showed speed here last year, but couldn't get the win. Opened up going 6 furlongs. This 5 furlongs might be the perfect distance if she can get out all alone on the front end. Let's go to our wagers here in race 4 stretch. What do you have?
Just a small bet, 20 place on the 4.
And myself, I'm taking 2-5 with 4-7 with 7-8 for the late pick 3. That's $24. All right, show parlay stretch. Who do you have?
I'm going to go to the 1. I probably should go to the 4, but I'm not going to change it here.
All right.
54 show on the 1.
And I got 32 to show on the 5. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 4. See you back for race 5 for classic high 5 wagering. The horses are on the track for race number 4. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $13,200. Number 1 is Load Abroad. Owned by A2 Thoroughbreds, trained by Michael Nault with Demario Bino. Number 2 is La Gata Salve. Owned by Chance Dales and trained with Javanil Patterson. Number 3 is Commando's Last Dance, owned by Bison Stable, trained by Devin Gittins with Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Number 4 is Hardly Mischievous, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Tyrone Nelson. Number 5 is Let Freedom Bling, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Roger Hewitt. Rounding out the field is number 6, Anna's Dream, owned by Henry Wood Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno, with Dario Dalrymple. Prime late pick 3. Here in race number 4, they'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
All right, the girls going 5 furlongs, mid-claimers here, wide open race. I have the 1 as my top selection, only because this horse just wins races early in the meet. She did it last year. She should get a trip along the rail. Just got to get out of the gate and get good positioning, and I think she's going to be tough to beat. Others to consider, bit of a price at 5 to 1 is the 4. It's coming from has been racing, winter racing. That's going to help. If the races like Delta are there, this horse is a contender. Should be closing late and try to run them down. And then the 2 horse at 5 to 1 off a morning line of 5 to 2. So that's your bit of your overlay. If you think the horse is back on form or can turn it around, certainly be there. It's always a bit of a guess with that one. 1, 4, and 2. Kirt?
Yeah, Stretch, I went to number 5, Let Freedom Bling. I'm throwing out that mud race last time out because it showed that it doesn't like the mud. Those 2 previous races were good races at Fauner Park. Back-to-back third-place finishes, sitting close to the pace. That's where you want to be. I like also the 2, Legata Salvaje. This horse ran a big race 4 outs ago. Only lost by a length and a half after having the lead late down the lane at Tampa. Last time out, ran a good race once again, but was just overmatched in there. That winter racing, I think, is a big benefit. And I'm loving the 5 to 1 and Load Abroad. Wow, this horse won like a thief in the night first time out. If it does the same thing, stock and pounce, could be an easy winner at 8 to 5. But I'm going to give you 5, 2, and 1. Good luck here in race number 4.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD. time. Huh.
Load Abroad, the current 8-5 favorite. The first one into the gate. Legata Salhave also is in. Next up, Commando's Last Dance. Hardly Mischievous walks in. Just 2 left to load. Let Freedom Bling. And now just waiting on Anna's Dream. They're all set. Anna's Dream almost in. Now they're set. They're at the post. And they're off. Breaking a little slow was Load Abroad. From the outside, Anna's Dream. Quickly goes up, but gets company on the lead from Legata Salvaje. And on the inside, Load Abroad. 3 across the track. Let Freedom Bling in a perfect stalking position in 4th. 4 more lengths back. That's Commando's Last Dance and the trailer. Hardly Mischievous. The opening quarter. 23 and 4. Anna's Dream short lead. But there goes Let Freedom Bling. Just blows past all of them and grabs the lead by a length. Legata Salvaje trying to battle in between horses. Load Abroad on the rail. Legata Salvaje with the lead. Fighting back. Let Freedom Bling. But this is all Legata Salvaje. Inside the 16th pole is going to win by 4. Let Freedom Bling second best. Third is going to go to Hardly Mischievous. And 4th to Anna's Dream. The stewards of post number 2, Legata Salvaje, as your race winner. Second goes to number 5, Let Freedom Bling. Third to number 4, Hardly Mischievous. And 4th to number 6, Anna's Dream. They went the opening quarter 23 and 4. The half 48 seconds. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 4/5. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race number 4. That's number 2, La Gata Salvaje. La Gata Health Salvaje is a bay filly, 4 years old, by Courageous Cat, out of the mare Lornette by Strong Hope. Owned and trained by Chance Dales, and ridden to victory by Javanil Patterson. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 4/5. Race 4 is official in the upcoming 5th race. Our VIP Fan of the Night race, kicking off classic high 5 wagering. There are no changes. Post time for race number 5, 15 minutes away. And make sure you mark your calendars for the Manitoba Food Truck Battles taking place on Saturday, May the 23rd, and Sunday, May the 24th. Over 35 food trucks. There's going to be vendors, live music, and kids' activities. Admission is just $7. Kids 5 and under are free. Visit asdowns.com for more info. And welcome back down the paddock for race number 5. We have an allowance optional $12,500 claimer for 3-year-olds and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs, classic high 5 wagering. Quick look back at race number 4. Good battle on the front end, a 3-way battle with the 5, Let Freedom Bling, sitting behind them, but Legata Salvaje, wow, proved best in the end.
Yeah, very patient, and then we just said off camera, returned to form. It was a bit of a guess. You knew the horse could run. It just had it lost interest in running. Clearly not. New-looking horse, great strides in the stretch to pull away. Here we go. Keep going. By the way, thanks everybody in the pick 4. There's 123,000 in the pick 4. Most are alive, I would think, but
I'm even alive.
I think it's around 20,000 tickets or so, or $20,000. So still, I think it's going to go lower. These last 2 legs are not easy. So my top selection here is, well, both of ours is 7 horse, taking a bit of a shot. I think it's a wide open race.
Agree. And we're taking a shot against Kaplan, who's 4 for 4.
Wow.
Ouch.
Ouch.
And he's got 3 in here.
Very. Yeah. I'll change my picks. No, we'll keep it. Let's, as you rolling on. Anyway, I think this is the controlling speed. There's not a lot of inside speed. I don't mind taking an outside speed horse because you don't have to brake as well. If you brake half a step slow, you don't have to rush right up. You can kind of ease into it and go from there, control it on the outside, see how far this horse can go.
Yeah, and I like that outside post position. Neville Stevenson, horse was in a 3-horse duel last time. I don't see a 3-horse duel today. I also like number 6, Chief Brady. Has been consistent this year. 5 for 5 in the money with 2 wins, a second and 2/3. Just crushed them last time out. Easily going wire to wire. But this horse usually doesn't go to the front, but was just so much the best last time. Usually likes to stalk and pounce, as it has been showing in its 4 previous starts. Chief Brady, just the way the horse is running right now. Javanil Patterson won the previous race. Lots to like about this one.
Oh, absolutely. Let's go to the 2-horse. This horse is, the Oakland Park horse angle. Why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix. This horse has had some pretty good races. Take a look at 3 back, 6 furlongs from post 10 and ran such a nice race. Clearly would have been wide in that one. Didn't see the replay. Figures are there. I think this horse certainly belongs in this race, winter racing, and in the right spot. And I got the right trainer.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Also look at number 4, Tail Lights. Was able to get up and win by a lip in its last start. It's got to hope that there is some pace battling happening on the front end, at least between the 6 and the 7, Chief Brady, and rolling on. But Steve Kaplan has run after speed horses that have gotten loose and ran past them. Antonio Whitehall jumps aboard, and he's a hot rider early on, already winning 3.
Let's go to Big Un.
Okay.
Here's my story. So it's
boy.
It happened to be I happened to be at a Yankees game a few years ago, and the beer guy yells out, "Hey!" and everybody looks. Beer here. I bought one. Anyway, he fooled me. Hey. All right, continue.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. That's why I like the name.
Okay.
Anyway, so I digress. Anyway, I don't mind the horse. Another, again, Oakland Park, another Kaplan angle. Figures are there. Coming from a lower percentage trainer, and Steve Kaplan's grabbed this horse. He's probably going to improve this horse. And who knows? Hey, might get up.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is it's a non-3 lifer.
Fair enough.
Against horses that have won multiple. Look at number 5, Thoughts of Gold. Has been off 2 years coming into today. Does sport a really nice workout on April the 23rd in 35-3. This is a horse that likes to show speed, but this isn't the right race you want to be in. Off of 2 years with a couple winter race speed balls. Thoughts of Gold, a long shot outside chance.
Yeah, let's take a look at the one along the rail. Could be one of the longer shots. Gets the post 1, which hasn't been a good spot for breaking. This horse is off since last October. A couple of workouts. This horse ends up in the money fair amount of time. 4 of 9 at ASD. Has some talent. Can show it when wants to run. It's just, we'll see. Maybe complete the high 5. This would be a great horse to complete your high 5.
Yeah, and there's another non-3 lifer in this race. All right, let's go to our wagers. here in race number 5, Stretch. What do you have?
Well, I'm changing it up because I think it's such a wide open race. So I'm taking 2, 4, 6, 7.
Another one of those crazy tries that you
with 2,
play.
4, 6, 7. With 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. $1 is 36.
That's not bad. I'm just going to go 20 to win on the 7 and show parlay, Stretch. What do you have?
You know what? I've had enough.
Oh.
I'm done. Stick a fork. But, you know, I'm going to let you win. It's all about you
Well,
today.
I got $72 since I got 20 to win on the 7. Might as well put 72 to show on the 7. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 5, and we'll see you back for race 6. The horses are on the track for race number 5, our VIP Fan of the Night race. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $17,000. Number 1 is Brinson, owned by A-Team Farms, trained by Andre Ellis with Rashawn Brewster. Number 2 is UVC, owned by James Kaplan, trained by Steve Kaplan Jr. with Sven Bowrow. Number 3 is Hey Biggin, owned by James Kaplan, trained by Steve Kaplan Jr. with Demario Bino. Number 4 is Tail Lights, owned by James Kaplan, Amy Gorno, and Steve Kaplan Sr., trained by Steve Kaplan Jr. with Antonio Whitehall. Number 5 is Thoughts of Gold, owned by Homer Thoroughbreds, trained by Jason Homer with Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Number 6, that's Chief Brady, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Javanil Patterson. Rounding out the field is number 7, Rolling On, owned by Homer Thoroughbreds, trained by Jason Homer with Neville Stevenson. Classic high five wagering for our VIP Fan of the Night race. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
the boys going 5 furlongs, highly competitive race. Let's start on the outside, hoping for the speed to go gate to wire. Can show speed, comes off a claim, which always can be a good angle because the trainer sees something, going to improve the horse. If you can clear, watch out, gate to wire. Others to look at, it would be the 2 horse getting 6-1. Coming from Oaklawn Park, won't be on the lead, should sit just off, and if there ends up to be a duel, this could be one of the upsetters. And the other one is Tail Lights, the 4 horse. Again, same kind of angle, Oaklawn Park, Steve Kaplan, why not? Should sit a little closer than the 2, may take over early and hold off the closers, 7, 2, and 4.
Yeah, Stretch, I'm with you on number 7, Rolling On. Has been showing great speed every time. Last time out was caught up in a 3-horse speed duel on the front end and ended up paying for it. I think clears in here and could go a long way. Also like number 6, Chief Brady, 5 for 5 in the money this year. 2 wins, a second, and a couple of thirds. Chief Brady doesn't need the lead. I think runs best off the pace, was just too good last time for the field, so went to the front. And the closer, I think it's number 4, Tail Lights, just got up in the final strides to win by a lip at the wire. Has a really big late kick. It could show speed if it wants to, but I think it's going to be a rallier in here. So I'm going to give you 7, 6, and 4. Good luck here in race number 5.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD. It's post time.
Brinson, I'll be the first to go into the starting gate. Next up, UVC. Hey, Biggin, ready to go in? Here comes Tail Lights. Thoughts of Gold's turn. Just 2 left to load. A 9-5 favorite, Chief Brady. And just waiting on Rolling On to the outside. The field is set. They're at the post. And they're off. Hopping at the start was Thoughts of Gold. From the far outside, Rolling On. Rolls right on and grabs the lead by 2. Chief Brady's going to be the stalker on the outside. Tail Lights heavily restrained in third. Moving up, Hey Biggin in fourth. On the rail, Brinson in fifth. Then it's Thoughts of Gold after the poor beginning and the trailer, UVC. Chief Brady now grabs a hold of the lead with rolling onto the inside. Tail Lights starting to eat up ground in third. Hey, Biggin in fourth. They hit the head of the lane. On the inside, roll 'em. And it's Chief Brady in between horses. Tail Lights coming hard on the outside. Chief Brady with the lead. Tail Lights, 16th of a mile to go. Chief Brady, Tail Lights. These two, noses on the wire, but it looked like Tail Lights. Second's going to go to Chief Brady. Close for third and fourth between Rollin' On and Hey Biggin. The stewards have requested a photograph to determine the winning horse. They went the opening quarter 23-3, the half 47-2. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute even. Results of the photo show the winner number 4, Tail Lights. Second goes to number 6, Chief Brady. Third to number 3, Hey Biggin. Fourth to number 7, Rolling On. And fifth to number 2, UVC. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the official winner of our VIP Fan of the Night race. That's number 4, Tail Lights. Tail Lights is a bay gelding, 6 years old, by alternation, out of the mare Whistle Stop by Into Mischief. Owned by James Kaplan, Amia Gorno, and Steve Kaplan Sr., trained by Steve Kaplan Jr., and ridden to victory by Antonio Whitehall. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute even. Congratulations goes out to trainer Steve Kaplan Jr. and jockey Antonio Whitehall. They team up for the double. 2 wins for Steve Kaplan Jr. and 2 wins for jockey Antonio Whitehall. And add 1 more to trainer Steve Kaplan Jr. That gives them the hat trick. 3 wins for trainer Steve Kaplan Jr. Race 5 is official in the upcoming 6th race. Classic High Five Wagering. Number 5, Ship Boss. Make the jockey Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Classic High Five Wagering. Here in race 6, they'll go to post in 13 minutes. And time is running out to get your 50-50 tickets. The current jackpot, $980 and still growing. Tickets are available at guest services, the VLT cashier's cage, from the roaming 50-50 ticket seller, or just go online at 5050.asdowns.com. Sales will close at 9:50 p.m., just a little over 16 minutes away. And after the final race, be sure to head up to the clubhouse for Crazy Hour, beer, shots, and wine, just $5.50 and 25% off starters. And we do have a $500 Crazy Hour cash draw that will take place at 11:30 p.m. in the VLT Lounge. And welcome back down the paddock for race number 6 for this $5,500 claimer for 3-year-olds and up. They're going to go 5 furlongs. Classic High Five Wagering. Number 5, Ship Boss. Make the jockey Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Quick look back at race number 5. What a stretch duel between Taillights and Chief Brady. And Taillights just gets up to give Steve Kaplan the hat trick today and gives him 5 wins in 2 days.
Yeah, very impressive. It was a sharp ride by Antonio, sat back and waited and ran him down. So sometimes you think you've got to go fast going the 5 furlongs, but you still have to have that patience to time it right at the wire. So great rides all week, first 2 days. A great jockey colony this year, for sure.
No doubt about it.
Okay,
Race number 6.
All right, let's start with...
Not an easy one.
Not an easy one. Take a look at the odds board. That's expected. The current favorite at 3 to 1 or $8 is the 6. I am going to start there. Do you think that's going to be the favorite at post time?
I think it probably will go off as the favorite.
Okay. So the ASD Live, the show, I mentioned I needed $9 in this horse just because it's so tough. But I am going to talk about why I do like this horse. The horse has run a bit of a layoff from Tampa. It had some trouble getting out of the gate. You look at the key race at Colonial Downs last year in August. That was kind of the key race for me that went to the lead. I don't think it's going to the lead today, but it tells me the horse can sit close.
That was a 3-horse field that day.
Yeah, still got the lead.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, just pointing that out.
It's a good point. Still got the lead.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. I think the horse can sit close enough though that it's still going to be there even if there was only 3 in the field.
Yeah, I'm going to take a shot on number 8, Valley Victory, when Woodbine horse shipping on in. We had 3 Woodbine horses in the first race, and the big favorite ended up running second. But what the standout thing about Valley Victory is, on April the 14th, 35 flat. What a workout. This horse comes off a win in its last start at Woodbine. And I just like the running style of this horse. There is speed with the 5 and probably the 7. Other horses will try to get nice and close. Valley Victory seems to do it naturally. The distance, a little bit of a question mark, 0 for 2. But that workout is just standout, and Carl's done well with his Woodbine horses.
Absolutely, yeah, good call. And we're both on the big long shot on the 7, only 9 to 1 right now. I think a lot of people are seeing the same thing we are. I like finding horses, if you're looking for speed, that always seem to get the lead. I know many of these races were going long, but you see those 1s, and that means that horse just likes to get the lead out and go as fast and as far as he can go. And I think that's a potential there. Yes, there's a bit of other speed, but this horse may be able to carry it. They're only going 5, so we'll see how far he can go.
Yeah, Robert Mabin, one of our trainers that did come from BC. Big shot, I think. Look at number 5, Ship Boss. Ship Boss with Ronaldo Cumberbatch comes off a good win at Fauner Park. Almost broke the track record going 4 furlongs. It's amazing that this horse has won at 4 furlongs and won at 6 furlongs, but never has won at 5 furlongs in 6 tries. But what you know out of this horse, right to the front.
Correct, and good for you putting the horse 3rd and not 1st. In the past, you would have put this horse 1st because, and then you tell me the stats, it hasn't won at the distance.
Yeah, that was the key that made me push it down.
The horse certainly can win. The 1 horse along the rail hasn't been a great spot, but I like where this horse can stalk. Needs a cleaner trip. We've seen some bad trips on the rail lately, but the right price, 9 to 2, that's about right.
Happy Camper, the 3-horse, ran really well early on at the $7,500 level. Ran a really good 3rd first time out. This is bombs away on the board. Probably going to be the longest shot. So this one's going to pump up your classic high 5 if the late rallier gets there.
Yeah, let's talk about the 2. This horse almost made my top 3. And it's that close. It's, again, Tampa racing. Was in the non-winners, but I think because of the condition, that really ups it. I think, again, can sit in the right spot. Doesn't like to win, so that's why I couldn't make it any higher than maybe 3rd or 4th, but don't want to leave it out.
And number 4, Lieutenant Norm. This old horse that was consistent last year. 2 wins, 6 seconds and a 3rd, 14 starts. Doesn't have that winter racing under the belt, but expected forwardly placed in here. Probably sitting in the top 3 horses behind Ship Boss and Rick's Dancer. Lieutenant Norm, if it's ready to go, definitely is good enough. Let's go to our wagers here in race 6. Stretch, what do you have?
Going to continue with the tri-wheel. I think it's that wide open. I like that you're taking a shot.
Oh, I'm taking a shot, just to keep.
Yeah, 1, 6, 7, 8, 1, 6, 7, 8 with a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Get some price horses that can pay.
It's easier for me to watch. If the 8 wins, I got a shot. 8 on top with 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and the same horses. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, $20. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 6, and we'll see you back next Tuesday, 6:45 Central for ASD Live. The horses are on the track for race number 6. They're going to go 5 furlongs for $13,200. Number 1 is Sarah's Vision, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno, with Dario Dalrymple. Number 2 is Star Canoe, owned by Joe Schumer, trained by Eugene Burns, with Javaniel Patterson. Number 3 is Happy Camper, owned by Ryan Desjarlais, Blair Kidd, and Rob McKinnon, trained by Ryan Desjarlais with Sven Balro. Number 4, Lieutenant Norm, owned by Ray Gardepy, trained by Tom Gardepy Jr. with Sierra Pruitt. Number 5 is Ship Boss, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Number 6 is Batty King, owned by Wind Answer Stable and Norm Suderman, trained by Wendy Anderson with Tyrone Nelson. Number 7, that's Rick's Dancer, owned by Robert and Sheena Mabin, trained by Robert Mabin with Christopher Mamdeen. Rounding out the field is number 8, Valley Victory, owned by Neil Van Dorp and Tim Whitnick, trained by Carl Anderson with Siobhan Townsend. Classic high five wagering here in race 6. They'll go to post in approximately 4 minutes.
All right, the boys going 5 furlong mid-claimer. You can check out the odds board. There's the 6 is a lukewarm favorite, but nobody bet down that much or even a long shot. Good challenge. Let's go to the 6 horse, 5-2. Don't like the odds. I think it needed a little bit higher, but there's lots to like. Coming from Tampa, has the winter racing, a couple key races, has the right running style to sit close if it wants and try to make that late run. The sneaky one at 15-1, that's your value play, is the 7 horse. Likes to show speed, yes, going a little bit longer, but I think that even though the 5 furlong should be forwardly placed and could just take over just because it likes going the longer distance. And along the rail, if you can handle that spot, get out clean, that's the one, currently 5-1. Right price for sure. Could get the right trip, and that could be right to the winner's circle. 6-7-1. Kirt?
Yeah, Stretch, I ended up going number 8, Valley Victory. I see the 5 and the 7 maybe going to do some battling on the front end. Valley Victory likes to stalk. Comes off a really good win in its last start of the year at Woodbine, going 6.5 furlongs, and has a blazing workout on April the 14th. If Valley Victory is ready, I'm liking the 7-2. I also agree with you on number 7, Rick Stancer. Brings a lot of speed to the race. Battled every step of the way in its opening debut race last year at Hastings. Brings that same kind of race I think can stick around. And the 5, Ship Boss. This horse definitely brings lots of speed. As I said, almost broke the track record at Fauner, going a half a mile in its last start. Ronaldo Cumberbatch now riding, so I'm going to give you 8, 7, and 5. Good luck here in race number 6.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD. It's post time.
Sarah's Vision will lead the field in for the nightcap. Next up, Star Canoe. Happy Camper. ready to go right in. Lieutenant Norm's turn next. Here comes Ship Boss. Batty King will be next. Batty King getting a little extra help from the gate crew. Just 2 left to load. Rick's Dancer. And now just waiting on the 3-2 favorite, Valley Victory. They're all set. They're at the post. And they're off. From the middle of the track, that's Ship Boss quickly out to grab the early lead. Lieutenant Norm trying to flash speed, but it's 3 lengths behind in second. Batty King settled back in third. To the outside, Valley Victory in fourth. Another 3 lengths back, Star Canoe making a move up. That's Rick's Dancer. Back to the trailers, Happy Camper and Sarah's Vision. 23 and 4 the opening quarter. A short lead for Ship Boss. In between horses, Batty King. 3 wide, Valley Victory. On the rail, Lieutenant Norm. They hit the head of the lane, and Batty King now storms to the lead and is opened up by 3. The battle is on for second. It's going to be Valley Victory, but Batty King is going to win. Valley Victory in second. Third's going to go to Ship Boss. Fourth to Star Canoe, and fifth, Lieutenant Norm. The stewards opposed to number 6, Batty King, as your race winner. Second goes to number 8, Valley Victory. Third to number 5, Ship Boss. Fourth to number 2, Star Canoe. And fifth to number 4, Lieutenant Norm. They went the opening quarter 23 and 4, the half 47 and 4. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 4/5. Now entering the winner's enclosure, the unofficial winner here in race number 6, That's number 6, Batty King. Batty King is a big gelding, 5 years old, by Motown, out of the mare Sweet Baby B by Tail of the Cat. Owned by Wind Dancer Stable and Norm Suderman, trained by Wendy Anderson, and ridden to victory by Tyrone Nelson. Time for the 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 4/5. Well, now it's time to head up to the clubhouse and enjoy Crazy Hour, beer, shots, and wine. Just $5.50 and 25% off all starters. Plus, there will be a $500 cash draw that will take place at 11:30 p.m. in the VLT Lounge. And don't forget, live racing does resume next Tuesday and Wednesday at 7:30. And coming up momentarily will be our winning number in tonight's 50-50 draw. And ladies and gentlemen, we've drawn our winning number in tonight's 50-50 draw. The winning number is 60434903. The winning number once again, 60434903. Congratulations, you've won $605. If you are on hand, please report to guest services on the main floor, south end, to claim your prize.